The highly anticipated Solar vs. FoxGirl 15-minute game. Rated? Oh, alright. I'll give her some rating points. That is some crazy hair. I don't know if I'll be able to I don't know if I'll be able to take this hair down. Alright, so I'm gonna play what I know. I'm not gonna go into anything screwy, because she's gonna get me. That move. Maybe she can give me the bishop pair. That would be nice. Go into a Nimzo. I'll do that. Benoni. I will happily go into the Benoni. Try to really cramp up her position. It's a 15-minute game. I don't really need to pre-move. Last game I played, we had like 4 spectators commentating, so right, so in the Benoni, oftentimes we see the fianchetto on the B file. She seems to be formulating a plan. I mean, I'm still in book right now. Usually I end up playing E4. The nice thing about E4 is that it will threaten E5, just winning the knight due to my pin. Gonna get my bishop out, castle kingside. If the center stays closed, then a kingside pawn storm works. Oh, okay, that's good for me, I think. Get the bishop pair. Oh, here come the spectators. You see, Chess Network, I love his channel, but when he posts videos, he hides the chat screen. And I believe that's because he has about 39-year-olds constantly saying, you know, the same things over and over again. Is that a cheat? Right, so I expect the queen to move so that they're threatening to take that with the knight. Okay. So in response to that, I can play my usual this, but my pawns will be kind of weak, maybe even overextended once I do that. I could possibly play E3, just preserving the option of playing E4 later, getting my bishop out. I have this ugly isolated pawn here. I'm going to need to play actively, so piece play is important. I do have a big lead in development. I have the bishop pair. Okay, I'm going to make this move because under the condition that my e-pawn gets bombarded, I can defend with my knight and then advance my f-pawn. Anyways, where's this bishop gonna go? One idea might be to play to b5 before I end up playing c4. If a6, just bishop back. If h6, just bishop back. Foxy's developed as an African country. Ah, man. So while this position is probably objectively speaking better for white, it's going to be hard for me to make anything of it, I think. And now I changed my mind. Now it's just better for white. Because if he takes, I have a free attack on his king. Alright, if queen here, he'll defend with his, she'll defend with her bishop. So that's a bit of a trap. Move like this could be nice. But then I need to defend this pawn. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll defend, and defend this pawn, and keep an eye on the king, and if bishop blocks, I can add power with my bishop. Okay, this is dangerous. I'm seeing an attack forming for my opponent. I don't believe I can block. That's a bit of a trap. Castling queenside would be dangerous, but it would justify my play as of yet. If I do this and give up the pawn, can't be good. If I castle queenside, does my opponent even have the initiative to attack my weak king? I really want to, because that would justify all of my previous moves. Should I just develop my bishop and allow a discovered check after it takes pawn? Okay, let's calculate here. I have time. Bishop to d3. Then the only way knight can really take advantage of this, knight takes bishop, discovered check. Yeah, I really don't have anything to show for it there. Alright, let's talk this out. If I castle queenside, we're probably going to see something like queen to b5, b6 or a5. But is there any concrete immediate threat? And then my plan can be just advance my h pawn. Alright, I'm going to get daring here. I'm going to do it. We're going to enter ferocious waters here. Rough waters. So definitely h4 is on the cards. I really want that knight to just take. If knight takes, then my attack is as natural. Developing quite the crowd here. Hopefully I don't get embarrassed with my king half naked on the queen side. Could also possibly plan a knight sack once this guy's gone. So h5, h4 and bishop to d3 are my current sort of plan. Yeah, I saw that coming miles and miles and miles away. And now we get on with it. I can threaten the knight. If If I go here and queen takes pawn, though, that's really bad. Queen takes pawn. Okay, if I come here, queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight, queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. Let's say I move my bishop here. Queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight, queen takes queen, then bishop takes queen, and I've won a piece. That's sneaky right there. It's really sneaky. Let's see if she falls for this trap. I would love to see queen takes pawn. If knight takes pawn, then I still have an attack. I might even sack a rook. Okay. Ooh, that's not good right there. That's not good. I have to throw away the queen. Well, with the queens off, this will be nice. At least I'll have some sorry, I'm trying to think here. Some reduced anxiety as far as my king safety goes. So now I can take, after knight there, I have rook out, I believe. That's good. Or rook up. Now, rook out is good because if she takes a pawn, then I attack the knight, and then I've forked two pieces. So that's good. And if rook takes, then my rook takes, and I'm back on the attack. So knight takes pawn is another little trap I'm setting up. FoxGirl playing very well. A very worthy opponent. 1761. Let's see how high she's been up to for ratings. 1781. If rook takes, I have rook takes. Oh, look at that. Wow. Is that knight? No, the knight's not trapped. I'm thinking about king b2. That knight is almost trapped, but she has knight takes pawn. So I think this is the move to make. Is it though? Alright. Keeping the threats alive here. I'm threatening king b2. Actually, no, I'm not. She has this move. But I do have to keep an eye on this pawn. So we're looking at rook to e3. I have a lead in development. I don't have a whole lot else, really. Just down 2 pawns. Possible knight maneuver, knight d2, knight e4. That could be useful. Could double it as her pawns, but that wouldn't be very good right now. My knight move is slow. I don't know if I have the time to execute it. If I could attack this square right here, then my king's threat would be valid again. Alright, well, I can get a tempo here. Maybe I can go after this pawn on the d file. Alright, so what's the plan? Knight here doesn't look too dangerous. She's going to develop her bishop after I do this. If she doesn't develop her bishop, I'm going to go for the rook trade, and then I'm going to win her d-pawn. Another plan I have could involve... Yeah, there it is. Everything seems to be covered nicely. This move looks okay. If I take that pawn, then I'm threatening the knight. Can her bishop do anything naughty to me? I see nothing. Let's go for this here. C3 is a little weak. The question is C3 going to be useful for a knight? Ooh, going after my bishop. I could take. I don't wanna, but I could. Could retreat. I could capture the knight. I could move to b5. b5 looks pretty nice. Then what? Oh, then they take my pawn. That would be ugly. So this seems to be the only move right now. So how is she gonna defend b7 if she plans on it at all? Can't retreat bishop because of rook to there. Okay. And the attack begins. I could counterattack her bishop. That would be beautiful. I'm gonna go for that. I know pawn takes is dangerous, but I can't be playing passive here. I mean, my king, all I have to do is king to b2, and I have two defenders against this pawn. So let's say pawn takes, knight takes. I'm threatening to just win h6 with a tempo, and then after I win h6, I'm also winning f7 by force. Alright, bishop retreat. Probably was a good move. Alright, bishop sack on d6, rook takes, then rook there, rook takes, rook there, then king down here or here. That's no good. Knight here, is that any good? Threatening to take here. Doubt it. Maybe now I trade off the bishops, since that light squared bishop is protecting protecting a square my knight wants to be on. So as compensation for the two pawns, I think my rooks are better. Okay, three pawns. My rooks are better, and I have the bishop pair. That was a good move, I think. I mean, I know. Could go for the exchange sack. Doesn't look too promising, really, but I could also win this pawn. threatening to double up on the 7th. That's pretty nice. Alright, maybe there's a piece sack here. If knight here... No, that guy's in my way. I'm definitely taking like this. I don't see any knight checks that are really problem... Oh, yes, I do. I do see a knight check. This knight here would be monstrous. That would be awful. What about this, though? Nope, she has her knight there. Maybe I should just allow it. I'll allow the knight check. And then I'll mosey along this way, perhaps? Or should I defend the pawn? If I defend the pawn, there's an ugly fork. If I go down, there's another knight check, which I don't want to have to do. So this looks like the bad move. This looks like the only move. Those knights are very nicely placed. Knight check. King over. And everything holds together by a thread. Do I have this tricky move? If rook takes, then I have no. Discovered check wins the rook. I don't think I have too much left to play for in this position. I just have to try to... If knight moves now and discovered check, I just win the rook. That was my clearest defense. Rook can't go downward because of this check might be disruptive. Alright. So being only down a pawn, I can try to play for a draw of sorts. Very exciting game. I've managed to spend a lot of time. I have no choice but to trade pieces off here. Alright. Rook there. Now, if rook check... Rook check looks... Does that look good? If I take the knight with my bishop, I'm giving away my nice minor piece. If I do this, what about knight check? King up. I'm gonna do this. Keep it complicated. I only have a minute 11. I gotta stop playing so slowly. I'm gonna round up this pawn. So I'm all done attacking her king now. That's a thing of the past. That's an idea of the past. I need to play for either a draw or just to try to win these two pawns here on the queen side. Knight check, saw that coming. If I go here, is there another knight check? I can't go up. I gotta go left. That would be double check. Gotta go here. Only move. Knight here. I can defend with my knight. I'm still on the rook. Trade down now. I have no time. Aw, missed it. Mate in one. Aw, man.